weekly Dama news coming at you. It is October 9th. We're going to be going through some of the news that has happened within this week of Kendama, and hey, doing some Q&A at the same time. I'm your host, MJ from Kendertainment. Where you cat? Actually couldn't find too many things, had a busy week, so I didn't have so much time to be scrolling through and see what's going on. But there are a few stories that I would like to highlight and we'll be talking about today. One of the first ones, right up, I know I almost forgot. Thank you for reminding me. One of the first ones is that, hey, Weekly Dama News now has its own channel over on YouTube, all right? I'm going to be trying to push out more Kendama videos over on the Kendertainment YouTube channel. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to be switching off and putting all the Weekly Dama News stuff on its own channel over on YouTube. So if you want to check it out and follow along, search Weekly Dama News on YouTube. You'll be able to find it. And then Kendertainment, I'll be, splicing up good stories here and there, some meat of each episode, and be possibly posting it up there. But also, more vlog style and informative videos, hopefully going out on Kendertainment YouTube's channel. I do have a grip of old videos that I have yet to edit and put together, like a lot, probably like 5 or 6. But hey, there is a new one that's going to be going out. Me finally unpacking a bunch of strange kendamas straight here from Japan. Really rare ones. A few of them that I've never seen before myself. There are a few kind of popular ones here in Japan. So YouTube, Kendertainment, premiere's happening. I'll be in the chat, so come hang out over there if you'd like to do that as well. What's up, everyone? Okay. Was that it? She's like my secretary. She's like, my assistant, my aide, trying to help me remember everything, right, Jobs? Okay, so I think that was it. That was it. Cool. Hey, we're going to start off with this one that actually a lot of people were jamming and a lot of people were digging. Jake, Mr. Kengarden Weens, talking about the true penguins. Now, I clipped up from our previous episode of Dama Nerds with Alex Rausch over in the Netherlands, and he was talking about penguins. Actually, Rod brought up the whole penguin thing, but if you are following the Super Nog, you've noticed that he has quite a style when it comes to penguins, and kind of, unraveled without even knowing that there was a discussion really about what a true penguin is. For me personally, I was always just like, okay, yeah, bend my arm like that. If I got a little chicken wing kind of going on, maybe that's a penguin, right? Maybe we should call it a chicken wing. What I'm getting to is, it was really awesome how the story got evolved into a new level with Jake really explaining it to everyone, physically showing everyone, which was a really, really great help to show what a top spike is compared to a penguin. Rod explained it with his voice, explaining how, you got to keep it like below the nip. If you're keeping it down towards your hip area, it'd probably be the best bet. But, it's a very different approach to having your arm up like this compared to keeping it down. Which one is more of a true penguin goes up to the zoologist, the biology freaks out there who would define what a true penguin wing would look like. Okay. So maybe that's a penguin and top could be chicken wing if you want to hit that. I don't know. Any case, I'm definitely guilty myself of pulling up high and saying like, oh, penguin. Okay. Now I know. And we're all in it together learning, nerding out. But that's the biggest thing, right? The cleanest, dude, come on. The cleanest penguins of penguin. His nickname should not be Super Nog. It should be Penguin Master or just Pen for all the Ava fans out there. So that was really cool to see and have that, reach out a lot more people. And I saw a lot of people, send in comments about that and be like, whoa, is this true? What I've been doing all my life, or like all the around Turnbridge wells, have they all been false? And I was like, oh, sweat. Yeah, maybe they were all false because around Turnbridge, penguins in there. And again, guilty as charged. I would always go up like that because just today I was trying it out. going down for True Penguin, oh, that is next level turn bridge, because that would be ridiculous. So shout out Jake Weens for explaining it, for demonstrating it beautifully, all the different Sarah grip swing spikes that are possible, at least what we know right now. I'm sure there's a little bit different variations, but these were like the main ones, okay? Let's keep it GT and go over to an event that's happening possibly right now in Lyon, France, with Tio and Ben. They have an event. Enjoy with Dama news for my birthday. Something Tebow. Everyone, Tebow in the chat. Everyone, give a happy birthday to Tebow, aka Billy. Thibault, you know, he's in there, over in France. You know, are you over in Lyon? Are you too far? You know, France can kind of be big. I think it is pretty big. I remember spending hours driving around as a kid on vacation over there. But yes, happy birthday, Tebow. If you all didn't know, Tebow used to be a part of the Sweets team. And a lot of the early videos up on YouTube, like 2014, 15, he had his hand in there and edited a few of them. One of my personal favorites was the Kendama World Cup 2014, the first one. He edited the Sweets version video of that. And, you know, there's a few cameos, appearances by yours truly with shorter hair. I think I had a mustache at that time. Maybe not, maybe sans mustache, but shorter hair. And I was, you know, controlling the TalkBot. If you guys don't know the TalkBot, I don't know where that controller is. I might have to dig deep. It might be somewhere, or it might be gone. There's a controller out there. But yes, and a great vibe. Hey, for other people who are hanging out in Lyon right now with Tio over at the Grain Theory event, this one's really interesting because not only is the venue is an interesting thing, it's at a tattoo parlor, but they're tattooing kendamas. And this is something that I think even Jake was mentioning on his stories, that this is or a comment, this is something that he's had in his mind that he's been wanting to try to do for a while, and tattoos on kendamas. And that had me thinking, like, could you actually tattoo a kendama if it was porous enough? Possibly, but it would just destroy the needle. Could it? You know, I know apprentice tattoo people tattoo on like oranges. I remember Sour Mash, when he was starting to get into it, he was going to the butcher, getting like pig's feet. Here in Japan, they eat pig's feet, so he could probably just go to the supermarket. It's really, really gross. It's not a normal thing, but it does happen on occasion. Getting some pig's feet, hooves, and tattooing the skin part. But tattooing kendama, I'm not sure how well that would work. In the little story, the reel of it, it seems like they just put down the stencil, right? It's like a little wet watermark stencil. Wondering how long that's going to hang out. Is it just ink? It's a very interesting, what are those things called? Temporary tattoo. Is it a temporary tattoo for the kendama, or is it in there for good? Okay. I've had in the past, I've taken markers myself and drawn up kendamas, as I'm sure everyone has probably at one point or another. And depending on the ink, some of these shits bleed. Also depending on, I'm going to go back, depending on the type of wood that you're using, it can bleed out a lot. And that ink can just stretch out and you just lose it all. Look like a screen printing damas with water, right? Looks like, exactly. That's definitely what it looks like. And I just had me thinking about when Alyssa, during some sort of, one of their, I don't know if it was a Kusa jam or Georgia Kendama, but there was a jam happening. And Alyssa was there and she was burning woods. She was doing flash burns for kendamas. Pretty cool idea, and it's the same kind of idea, I think, as this, the tattoo style, but you are burning in the kendama. So it is like, that is the kendama tattoo. So just curious, but cool to see tattoos for your kendama. I mean, just more and more intricate designs and patterns have been put onto Kens. Back in the day, we had stickers and then we had laser engravings. But you know, some of those laser engravings just disappear after a while. Like Like, here we go. Like this Owase 2014 mod. Can you even see Owase's logo in there anymore? No. How about you see, okay, there's a little camera action that he's got in there. And that's, oh, and then it even says sweets on the back, you know? But this laser engraving, it started off really thin, kind of pretty weak at the beginning. And then I think they've gotten a little heftier. They learned, okay, do a few more passes to get that engraving to really, really, really pop out. And now we have full pad printing on Kendamas. Still doing the engravings. Probably, I mean, the one that sticks out in my mind right now is definitely Crom. Really killing it, really doing different things, adding different types of paints, different types of pad printing. And pad printing, of course, everyone is like when you'd get like, let's see, I don't think I have any pad printed stuff in my collection. Oh no, yeah, I do. Here we go. Chrome. And there we go. Talking about Chrome. That's pad printing. So the difference of them has really changed how the kendama can look and what companies can do to their kendamas. But here we go, tattooing kendamas, grain theory. Doing it up. Keeping it grain theory, going over to just one of their products that they have released, okay? The espressos. Espressos are out. This is one back in the day when GT first released their kendamas. This is one that I was like, damn, that looks so cool, so dope. And in the pictures, they always look, here, I think it's really true to what you really get. I have one espresso hidden in some buckets down there, in some crates. Can't pull it out right now. But in the past pictures, back in the day, they were very, very dark, and that really caught my eye. But then I was like, oh, it's actually kind of gray, not so like blackish. Any case, they're coming out. They are out right now in the Ben Harold shape as well as the Tio Fiorina shape. And really cool thing, guys. Now, everyone might look at it and think, okay, you know, Spectraply, if you drop it, if you're doing too many taps, think shit could happen, you know. Well, shit happens with normal kendamas, depending on how you're playing and stuff. But here there's maybe more of a chance of the splits to happen within these laminated pieces of wood, as well as, interesting point, this is the first time that they have released Spectraply with a sticky tama, okay? Hundui, Chinese factory made. But it's really, really cool. I really like the pattern. It matches really well. I always feel like the Spectraplies always look really good with a natty tama. And that's why they have done that in the past. This is the first one to do it. But, you know, bottom half is natty-ish, colored, you know, see transparent, but you still got the sticky in there. But the interesting point, everyone, is that everyone will be looking at it. And yeah, we all know GT, high-end, especially we got, you know, US-made, CNC, Pro Mods, Spectraply. That's going to hurt the bank. It's going to hurt the wallet. But, you know, we all have that addiction, the kendama addiction that we need to itch every once in a while. But do we really need to itch it? Man, we all need to go to DD sometime, you know? Damas, oh, I guess it would be DA. Damas Anonymous. Okay, any case. Hold your horses. Have you gone to the website? I just checked it out to see if they were still in stock, and yes, both of them are still in stock. But that's not the surprising point, everyone. Did you know that you can go and you can pick up Ken versions of these for 80 bucks? Not a bad deal. This is a really cool offer that they are doing that I really wasn't expecting. I don't know why, but it's so generous for them to do that, because it's like the Seoul Kusa Parks, gotta get that right? Parks collab Dama that they released, and it was a pretty penny. It was, again, CNC in the US, made, cut, new shape, with a Hundui Chinese sticky paint tama. And people were, you know, not so happy about that fact. Here, maybe, you know, GT kind of like saw that shit go off, and they were like, okay, you know, let's give them the option. if you actually don't want the Tama, you can pick up the Ken only option. I think that with the whole setup is like 110 and then just the Ken is 80. Guys, that's not bad. That had me even feeling like, should I get the wallet? No. Dama's anonymous. DA, we're here to help each other because I have, as you see, plenty of Kendamas. I don't need a new one. Shape? I don't have these shapes. True. I can go over and pick up the Chinese factory-made Kendamas in those shapes if I want to test out those shapes. True, they might not be the best of wood quality because when you get a hand turn or see a nice, quality where there's people who are picking out the wood specifically and checking it, making sure they're going to be really good woods, is very different from the Hundui factory in China, where, as Rod says, they just grab pallets of wood, hook it on, and just zip it, send it next, because they got to make like however many thousands of kendamas a day. So they're not worried about that stuff. So yes, the quality is going to be different, but still having the shape and the play. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you get a good one for about, what was it, like 40, 50 bucks, I think, for their Chinese made Pro Mods. Cool option, really dope. Got some stuff in the chat. Always an natty question, organic or BioClear? What's BioClear? Hit me up. You guys, what's BioClear? What is the clear? Is it okay to touch it so often? What are we talking about? Like balls? Not my balls. The problem with the Park is that it's 63 millimeters Tama. Oh, to go with a bigger shape. Oh, that's a very good point, X-Larch. Very good point. So you wouldn't be able to really match up another Tama with it. There you go. Chrome's got pretty big. I don't think they're 63s. The only other 63s you're going to find is a Terra LBB. And I believe the Natura mods as well. Natura. Okay. And then, hey, is there another bit of nerd information? Maybe you didn't check it out. Dama Dads, a new podcast, started up. I think they just hit episode 3 last week, by Matt Sweets Jorgensen and the Ken Garden, Mr. Jake Weens, getting together Friday mornings for an hour, talking family, talking Dama. That's why they're the Dama Dads. Go check it out. They're streaming it live on Twitch every Friday. So I missed this past because for me it's like 1 in the morning or something that they do it. But cool piece of information. So they're uploading it to YouTube as well. Leave on the Sweets YouTube channel. That's where I saw it. And there's bits of information here and there. They have some real good, real talks. So everyone go check it out. Not sure if they're up on any sort of podcast download services just yet. But in any case, the point that I want to get to is that Jake was talking about how he's excited that they were able to take these pro shapes that were at a premium price and have Hundui, the Chinese factory, make them so they could bring down the price and more people could get their hands on these different shapes, right? Because it's really special to get one of these shapes. It's so specific, hand chosen by the pros. So it's really something special. And he was saying in the podcast that the Adrian Esteban mod from Hundui is so close to being perfect. I guess there's plenty of times, like even the original in the CNC that they made over in the States, he was talking about how so many of the Kens would break when they were going in and making those extra grooves, string grooves, in the different parts of the Kendama. So it was really difficult to make there. So for Hundui to do it, it's been a challenge. And I think it still is a little bit of a challenge, but they're getting closer to making it happen. So we can get, hey, Adrian Esteban Kens, probably, full Kendamas. And I'm excited for that. That looks super dope, super dope. Again, everybody, use the question tool, and I'll be doing questions at the end. But I want to see, yes, Bruce, is the clear okay for your hand skin? Clears, even from China, are not so healthy. What are we talking about? All their clears are from China. This clear's from China. You got Slay Dog. Hey, do you have a Sweets Kendama with sticky clear? Hey, that's from China. Do you have a Kendama USA with sticky? That's from China. You have a Soul from... They're all mostly, you got to name one and then I'll be like, oh, yes or no. But pretty much, dudes and dudettes, it's all China made. Hey, yo, Ken Docs. Kendox is always doing awesome stuff for the community, creating a place where we can look back historically, documenting the players and where they rank in competitions. Okay. So dope to see new improvements here and there happening. Everyone go donate if you can. It'd be really, really cool to support a movement like this, or just a place, a library, a special place where we can look back and everyone who needs that information for whatever reason can pull that stuff up and learn about it and possibly, go in deep. If you're a numbers kind of person and kind of figure out some extra information, that's always the coolest. All right. Let's fly over to Europe. Native Kendamas, Ken only. We're talking about GTs providing Ken onlys for those espresso, Ben, and Tio mods that I didn't see in their comments if they advertise that, but if you go on the website, you can have that choice. So here you go. If you need a Ken that's different, that's special, it's from Europe, the Native is coming out with Ken onlys for their Ash, their Beach, and their Hornbeam. Some that people tell me hits different, so very interested to see what that's like. And this guy has a really, really interesting shape. It always almost reminds me of, oh shit, what was that company called? Venom? It had a very, very straight angle. There was no real curve. So kind of like this, it goes straight, but here, on the ring stall area as well as down by the cup. There's by the cup, no, actually not much of a curve right there. It's pretty flat, but here, you got nice curves right there. It looks like it's just a little stout kind of Ken. So be on the lookout, check it out. I forgot, Dama Dads is another Instagram account. If you guys didn't know, Dama Dads is an account as well as a website that documents. They have calipers and they're measuring all the different kendamas and then putting them up and pretty much just saying which one is bigger than the other. So really interesting to see, because when you are buying kendamas, if you're just looking at numbers, if you're like me, horrible with numbers, I have zero clue. If you tell me, even if you're like, oh, it's about like 20 feet away, I'm like, I don't know what the hell 20 feet is. Like, I cannot visualize that. Just how my brain works or doesn't work. So if you have these numbers on a website, there might be some people who are like, I don't get it. And then you buy it and then you get it in your hands. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, that is actually kind of big. Or maybe I don't like it or something. Who knows? There you go. This is straight over. What's up, everyone? Straight over from Tebow. He says, I've tried this, talking about the Native. And these are the Pro mod, or the Pro Kens. What are they called? They were the Bro Kens for a second because there was a typo. They're the Pro Kens. You guys remember that? Tebow says it's a comfortable shape. It looks a little sharp on the bottom, but hey, people are always talking about like different types of, oh, it's good for my sausage fingers, or I have really small hands, and like this sharp piece is good or something. And really, you never know until you put it in your hand. There you go. The shape murders stalls like my shoulder pain of 79 tap dream. Going into the dream department. Okay, let's pull back and roll over to more Europe stuff, as well as, whoa, almost forgot. Hold on a second. Pro announcement. Congrats, Kendama, Israel, ISR picked up Kendama Puke Dylan Klein. I don't know how I almost missed that. I was going to talk about their, it went straight to pro, you guys. Like, dude, bro, if you follow him, if you don't, you should be following Kendama Puke. Ridiculously talented player. And for me, I had no real clue of who this dude was until he popped up on my feed or someone shared the story, and I was like, what? Or I remember like some good tunes in the background. You got that nice like tight ass beanie on, got the cut, and just destroying Kendama. Very, very high quality play. Tricks are nuts. As style, you definitely see a style there. It's not just your run-of-the-mill juggle flip guy. So it's really cool to see him get picked up. Not only get picked up, dudettes, to be popped up to pro right away. It is so nuts. No idea. You guys have no idea? I have no idea. But still, congrats, Dylan Klein, Kendama Puke. Dude's got some clothes too. Dama Shit. Go check out Dama Shit. They have a website, they have a IG account, and there is actually a collab happening right now. It should be actually, when is it coming up? When is it coming up? 2 days ago, 10 a.m. It doesn't say the date at all, but limited first run of Tamas. So that means there will be more in the future. We'll see what happens in different colorways or types of art. Who knows? But you know, it's going to have that rhino clear, that special kind of clear that, you know, rivals Sulab's friction clear, that rivals the steam coat from GT, that rivals possibly the Rev clear from Kendamas. I have not tested all, I've not played all of them, so I can't say, but from what I hear, you know, you guys let me know. So that's dope to see. Added to the team, and then already getting some collab stuff happening with his brand and now his sponsor. Okay, another one. Hey, let's fly back over to North America. Terra. Terra's moving shop. Terra's got a moving sale that's happening right now. Sale ends Monday, October 10th in the evening, right before 12. If you didn't see it, up to 25% off Kendamas, stacked mystery boxes. Now, the mystery boxes probably aren't literally stacked yet because, you know, I think they pack each one when somebody orders them. But there is a lot of really great deals on their Kendamas. They have Kocho shapes everywhere, guys. If you wanted to know what a rod hand turn felt like, Kocho. And that is something that a lot of they're releasing in their different various models. Right now, they just released a YouTube video, the Chrome team versus the 10-year Terra Dama. But hey, now they actually released a limited version of the Kocho shape 10-year. I think before it was the Aurum. Now it's Kocho shape. Get on it, check it out. There's other Damas that are on there that I believe, when I checked really quickly, I believe they're all on sale at that 25% off. So hey, jump on it. You know, if we're talking about breaking the bank, buying some GTs, you're really going to be hurting if you pick up a rod hand turn, because those are like 200 and up, guys and gals, you know. All right. And hey, let's shout out people doing different things in the community, okay? Kendama, we know his tricks. It's Kendama. You play it, you go to comps. But it's not only that, right? We all know about the big community that lies behind it, that is very helpful, that helps people in so many different aspects of their life. Not just to hang out, but, you know, bonds are made, relationships happen, hell, people even get married, businesses happen, just really, really great, passionate people within the scene. And it's really cool to see when somebody kind of throws from left field a different style or a different way to look at or think about Kendama, you know, adding to the whole meta for it, okay? So, KendamaFit. If you guys don't know, KendamaFit is an Instagram page. Emmanuel Maldando, sorry about that, bro, is talking about how Kendama can give you possible pains, or maybe there's a type of fit that you can get from playing Kendama. So he teaches Kendama players on how to improve the quality of their playing experience by optimizing their bodies. I'm reading straight from his bio. Go check it out. KendamaFit is the handle. And he's got a bunch of not tricks, but a bunch of just different ways that you can stretch before Kendama play. And if you are someone who is getting up there in age, you know, as I am, sometimes your body don't feel too good anymore. I stopped skateboarding because when I took a spill, I was down for like 40 minutes, a good hour of just like, oh shit. And then Kendama came into my life. And I was like focusing on that more, and I was like, damn, like, yeah, you know, you get wonked in the head really hard or something, shit hurts, but you're not like bodied, you know? So if you are one person who wants some help getting into, or you're someone who is very health oriented, want to get some exercise done, but we've all been just procrastinating about it because you're like, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't do that. This possibly could be, I mean, a new way to get into that through this thing that we love, Kendama. Right now, when you're looking, at least when I look at a lot of his posts, there are focusing on a lot of stretches, which are important to do if you're going to be going, you know, doing Wyatt type shits, if you're going to be doing fast hands like catch between the legs, Harold stuff, because you're going to pull something. You could pull something. You better be careful. Or if you're someone who just regularly feels, you know, tenseness in your back and your shoulders and your knees after playing for a while, hey, maybe try out some of these stretches. They could help you. Again, KendamaFit. Go check it out. He's got a full like live stream that he did a while back, a bit ago, 30 minutes of just going through doing stretches. So you could just go and stretch along with him. See what it's like. Hit him up, follow. Okay, and then I believe we are coming to our last post, and then we're gonna hit the Q&A. All right, everyone? So if you got a question, hit that tool down there, question. Okay, last clip, or I should say last post, last story that I'm gonna be hitting is clip of the week. This one's coming in from your buddy Rick over in the Canada Terra squad. Very, very interesting way to throw a lunar from an inward position, on a normal position, to an inward, rotating it so it still is landing on the big cup. All right? Don't know what it's called. It's like a weird ass hard flip or something if you're a skateboarder. Really, really dope to see. So that will be my clip of the week. Rick takes it. Even throw some Snoop Dogg music in the background. Steezy as always. You know, Rick here and there, not here and there. He's always has a very interesting style of play. Recently, maybe you haven't seen him being so active, but you go back in the Kendama, Terra Kendama YouTube channel and check out some Rick tricks. You'll be having a good time. And I believe those are all the stories I have for everyone today for this week. I might have missed some here and there, but hey, we're all human. Going over to Q&A right now. So if you got a question, we're going to be hitting that up. Here we go. All right, first one from Thibaut. I believe he's not in here anymore, but let's still have a good talk about it. When everyone plays 62 millimeter tamas, I tend to go back to 61. I feel more comfortable. What do you think? I'm on the same page as you, Thibaut. I mean, we are both also players of when the shape was a lot smaller. The tama was smaller, all the cups were smaller compared to now. But for us, that was norm. That was standard. So we didn't really think anything of it because we were just so focused on the birthing of different events and the birthing of new players, and trying to push new tricks with this thing, and new paints. That was a big thing. Paints, right? We were so focused on paints for a long ass time to get tricks done. And then we finally, I mean, Crom pretty much focused in on the can, started boosting stuff up, and people were talking a little shit at the beginning. I was one as well. I was like, big shit, no. But hey, it really took it to a new level of play by boosting up, or I should say enlarging. I don't know if that's trademark or anything. Boost, you know, sweets, let me know. But yes, so I do not enjoy the 62. It feels huge in a strange way. But also, you know, I'm just not used to it. Not only, as I was saying previous, just like now, that I'm an old head in the game, but I just still have so many old kendamas, and I'm just so comfortable with this 61 that's where I'm hanging out. And then I play a lot of Sue Labs, and his recent tamas are 61.5. So it is a small increase, but it's so tiny that I really barely feel it. I don't really see it, of course. With like this, like you kind of see it, but then when you touch it, like, oh, you really feel it. So, yep, I like the smaller balls. Questions from the stories, because I asked, and if anyone had a question, and Jay Boogs had one. Now this is serious, real serious, everyone. You know, wipe the smirk off your faces. Baked mac and cheese or box mac? Baked, always. Who boxes it? We want to step outside of the box. Break the mold on not only kendama, but various things in our lives, so we can reach new heights. Go somewhere different. Don't eat the box shit. Bake it. All right. I believe that was all the questions. 61 probably the best. Yes, truth is always in the middle, at least right for now. As well as for the players, if you are someone who's getting into Kendama and the first one you picked up is a 62, that's all you'll know. So that'll feel normal. And if it boosts up a little bit, who knows if you're going to like it. If you go to a 61, you're going to be like, this is like a baby as Kendama. Like, who is playing with this thing? This long hair dude right here. All right, everyone. Bam, that's it for weekly Dama news. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you had a good one, enlightened you in some way, or just had you thinking about in a different light, or just asking a question, or continuing the conversation around Kendama, this thing that we always love, and it is something that will never stop, and it's going to keep on growing. Quick question. Oh, you feel the same way with cup sizes? No, I'm not. Well, yes. Quickly, right off the bat, yes. There are a few Kendamas where I feel like the cups are just way too big. For me personally, everyone's got their own tastes and stuff. It's just Kendama is just like music. All the shapes, all the brands have their own shapes and stuff. If it works for you, if you dig it, totally not a problem. For me, I feel like the soles are really, really big. The kusas are really massive in my hand, where I almost feel like I would like the shaft of the sword, to be like longer, so I could, because the cup is just so massive. The sleigh dog, it's on the bridge of being like a little too much, or maybe I just got used to it because I don't have a soul to match it up with. Sulab has a bunch of almost all their Kendamas that they've ever had for sale. They have a little wall that you could play everything and test it out before you buy it. So I've been lucky enough to test out a shitload of different companies' Kendamas and different shapes and stuff. So, going back to the 2014 Damas, it's a little tough, especially that small cup. That small cup is small, guys. Look at that. Small cup is small. I mean, big cup on 2014 look smaller than your small cup on the sleigh dog. I'm used to it, yeah, but maybe I don't hit up some small cups as much, especially talking about like small cup like lunars or anything. It is nutty. There we go. Yes. All right, everyone, that's it for this one. Thank you so much. XLarge, just hit it up. Let me know. Let all you know as well. Go over YouTube video, Crazy Kendamas. It's a nice little video about me unboxing a bunch of rare Kendamas, strange Kendamas that I will definitely be seeing. You will be seeing future videos of Will It JKA or Crazy Ken games with these Kendamas, because they're really, really wacky stuff. So go to the Kendertainment YouTube channel and check it out. Oh, new question. How do you feel about a Ken with 2 big cups and no small cup? It already happened. Loon Attack. They made the loon. Everyone was making fun of it. And then No Jumper released the hammer shape, and it's pretty much just 2 big cups. Fine. That's cool. You don't do it? Go triple big cups. When is the base cup going to be a big cup? Just waiting for it. If you're down with it, totally cool. All right, everyone. That's it. Catch you on another one. If you'd like to listen to this later, if you're just jumping on right now to this live stream, you can check out Weekly Dama News. It's a podcast on wherever you get your podcast. So search it up, find it, start downloading, subscribe, leave a review so other people can check it out. Maybe we'll bump it up a little bit. As well as, again, Weekly Dama News has its own YouTube channel now. So go follow, subscribe there, give it some love so people will be able to see that as well. Thanks again, everyone. And I'll catch you all later for next week for another one. Peace out. Keep it clean.